I'm here. Oh, yes, I am streaming. I'm getting this pasted. Link. Paste. There. Okay. Back to Zoom. Oh. There we go. Now we're toe to toe here. These are the toes. Oh, did anybody else suffer through watching that horrible? I listening to K Pro, and this is my imitation of K Pro. You know, it's like, oh, shut up, lady. And all it does is turn your stomach what she's presenting because it's like, this is all horse shit, manure. You know, there are fake jacks on Twitter, and oh my god, that's sickening to watch that. It's just sickening. I'm getting my chat popped in here. I don't know if anyone wants to join up, but you know, they had their top 5 conspiracies and stuff, and it's like, no mention of Moses, no mention that hey, the poem said this does not end until Forrest has passed away. Nobody would have that treasure chest before Forrest passed away, and Jack is there with it before Forrest is gone. That's not the person that gets it. He said he was taking it with him, took it with him to the grave, and therefore you can't have it before I'm dead, he told us. He covets things, and especially he covets the treasure. And he's even told Ralph Lauren, he said, you can't take it with you. And I'm getting my pop out chat going. You know, I said to Jack, how in hell did you get your hands on a dead man's chest before the man is dead? Yeah. And when he said toe to toe, these are the toes going across here. These are the toes. These are his ankles. That's his one ankle. The other ankle's down here behind the tree. It's all kind of tilted. It's like there was a giant figure there, and it toppled over. The rest of the body's gone. These are just his feet are what's left. And you can see the toenails on the toes. those are the toes lining up right across here. You know, here, see, it's sitting on my arm. And there's 10 toes. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So there's 10 toes, and they're all next to each other. They're toe to toe. Get into my chat here. Hey, Atlantic Coast. And I seen Alamo Rose was playing around. Looks like she's getting ready to make some videos or something. I think Alamo Rose knows more than she's telling us. Yeah. Hey, Kevin, JK, and where am I at? Right there. Okay. Yeah, fix some things there. You know, in Indiana Jones, his father said, "Don't trust anybody." That's very true. You can't trust anybody. Not in the treasure hunt. People play that they're your friend, and while they're wedging a knife in your back, um, and messing you up with other people, you know. Um, people either your friends or they're not. Okay, so let me see. I didn't make a list of the top 10, but I could uh, maybe not necessarily in order, except for the number one top searcher is me. Boom, da-dun. And, and the number one worst searcher is Toby. So there we got the number ones out of the way. The worst and the best. But I like, Troy Barlow's got good solutions. Davio's got good ideas and solutions. Um, now there are some people that claim they have something, but I've seen nothing. There that I don't know their solution. So if I don't know your solution, you can't be in my list of top searchers. If I don't know your what the hell's your solution? It can't. It's hard to be considered. So you're somewhere in the middle. If I don't know your solution, But so yeah, K Pro Mike, they're not the number two worst searchers, because all the stuff she puts out, it just pisses you off because she's acting. Oh, this is fact. This is I have my PhD says this is official, and the coordinates are perfect. I mean, Mr. F off, it's like, what? I can find better stuff at the landfill. Better solutions. I did find a stick man not far from the landfill, about a mile from the landfill. Azure Blue. I'm not searching for no. If I go next time I go treasure, I might go up and I go up one more time up there below Moses and just have a look around and verify that he didn't go and put it out there afterward. I don't think he did, but he had planned his exit. I believe he planned his exit. There's several things that happened right before he passed, or right before he made the announcement. I called him on the 27th. The guy digging the graves got caught on May 27th. That's the same day that guy gets caught digging up graves on May 27th. I called Forrest Fenn that evening. He's, what do you want from me? What do you want from me? And I was like, God, why is he being so mean? And then I found that that's what Moses was asked God in Prince of Egypt. Yeah, Kevin Harris. A friend of mine found a purse that belonged to a woman with the last name Harris, worked for the Florida Attorney General or something, or worked with the Florida Department of Investigate, up there, the high law officials of Florida. And he said, you can find who, you're good with computers, you can find who this belongs to and get it back to him. It's okay. I found it, sent her back her purse. with the idea with what was in it. And she sent me a coupon, a $50 gift certificate for Barnes and Noble, and I got a big thick Salvador Dali book. This is what I wanted from Barnes and Noble, Salvador Dali book. Yeah. So yeah, ain't new treasure. I'm getting to the points where I think I'm going to be going to probably go to Florida this winter. I don't know what part of Florida. I got a friend I could park in their yard in southern Florida, and then I got middle of Florida. I got some friends around Orlando and stuff, and my brother's up in Jacksonville, but he's in a mobile home park, and there's really nowhere to put my RV there, so that's kind of useless going there, because I got to have somewhere for my RV. And then I go do some metal detecting on the beaches. After the storms, that's when the doubloons and stuff float up to the top. It turns the sand, and the coins get exposed or closer to the surface or something. I bet if you dug down deep at the beach and metal detected, you'd find stuff that had been buried there a long time. But that'd be hard to do. Or if you had a tractor that you scoop it out and sift it, and just like dredge the whole beach up and put it through a sifter. Come up with a lot of seashells and rocks. Yeah. I went to the museum in St. Pete. I think I went there with my son. It's what we went there on my birthday back in 2002 or something. No, it had to be 2001. And it was on my birthday 2001, and it rained. Because in 2000, yeah, because that's the only time. Yep, that's when it was. And I had to. We had a hailstorm, and I had a Escalade then, and I had to put a sleeping bag over the hood because of the hailstorm. Yeah. Yeah, I like it down around. I like the East Coast of Florida better than the Gulf Coast of Florida. Except the Gulf Coast of Florida, it's pretty shallow, pretty far out there. It's not that deep. The East Coast, it gets deep more rapidly going out into the ocean. Because I have a scuba diving. I have a diver's license. That's what you hand the police when they stop you, and they can I see your driver's license? And you hand them your diver's license. You say, this is a diver's license. So you say, well, I thought that's what you asked for. Your speech is kind of slurred, I guess. Accuse them of having slurred speech. Oh, I thought I posted the link. I got to go post the link again. I got to post the link again. Okay. See if it comes up. Yeah, post it on there. Oh, there it is. Okay. Yeah. So, see who else has a good solve was um, I think yeah, Tom Hardy was up there. One of my favorite searchers. That's so sure about it. And Jason found some pretty interesting stuff, but part of what he found was in a store, and I don't think the search led you to anything that was in a for sale in a store or anything, because anybody could have bought something from a store and um, not even knowing about the chase. There's nothing to prevent somebody from stumbling on something in a store, buying it, not knowing or concluding anything on the chase. And who's it? The Peterson guy over on the other side of the north of Las Vegas, that town in New Mexico. I can't remember the name. Just south of Trinidad, Colorado, and stuff. Or Rotan. Yeah, he's found some pretty interesting stuff in the mountains here. Other people that were in my search area, they got stuck at the home of Brown, put in below the home of Brown, and people refused to go any further than put in. They don't realize after putting below the home of Brown, it's no paddle up your creek. You're going back up again. And they don't go up. They stay down at the home of Brown. They're stuck in the home of Brown. They're stuck in the shit. Right after. That's why they call part of the coast the treasure coast. Yeah. People always find stuff. St. Lucie and Jupiter Beach and around there. There's a shipwreck right off the coast of Jupiter there. You can swim to it from the beach. It's you can snorkel it or whatever. One thing I was out there, I think it was in Jupiter, and there's a little reef right by the beach, and I was just snorkeling with my fins and snorkel and mask, and I went around this little reef rock, and it got around, and there was this school of like 50 barracuda, and they are all lined up. They were just hovering there, floating. They all pointed the same direction, I came up to the front and right of them, and I come around and I see them, and I say, whoop. And that's when you swim backwards. Hey, keep an eye on these guys. When I was getting certified for diving, we were down at a old cargo boat that they'd sunk as an artificial reef, and it was 120 feet down, and you can go down in the cargo hold and you come up through another hatch in the boat. And I came up through this hatch, and there was this like 4-foot barracuda right there. Like, okay, I'm going back down in there. I'm not, because they look, they all them sharp teeth, and they don't want to be bit by no barracuda. No, I am searching the Superstition Mountains. I don't plan on it. Arizona is too hot for my blood can't handle that kind of heat. and there's a lot more rattlesnakes there than there are here. There's very few rattlesnakes here, and the ones that are here are kind of small because it's kind of the upper limits of their altitude height limit. Yeah, barracuda. No. Yeah, I saw this one woman. These people were fishing, and this woman was reeling in a barracuda, and it came flying out of the water. Boom, got her in the face. Did a lot of damage, I guess. Yeah. Another thing, I had a friend. We were in Florida, and we were with some friends. We went on my friend's boat, and we went to these little islands near Cape Canaveral, and on the Indian River or the Banana River. Yeah, it was the Banana River. There's the Banana River and there's the Indian River. But we went out to this little island. They had some other friends that were on the boat too, and we parked the boat at this island and spend half the day on the beach there. And one friend, I heard that you're supposed to drag your feet so you don't step on any stingrays. You don't want to step on a stingray because they'll sting you. And so he's out there dragging his feet to keep from stepping on a stingray, and he dragged his foot and scraped it on a rock on the bottom, with barnacles and stuff. And he about had to have his foot amputated because of the infection from scratching on that rock. So if it's not the sandy beach and the intercoastal waterways and stuff, the kind of brackish water, it's dirtier than the salt water, you don't want to, you probably want to wear some kind of water shoes or something, because you don't want to cut your feet on stuff under the surface of the water there in that brackish water. Mary Ann and the skipper. I had a boat for a while, for a couple of years down there, and the boat had a lot of problems. And I was with a girlfriend. We went to New Orleans. I think it was around Mardi Gras. We went to New Orleans, and I should have taken the keys for the boat with me. I had a roommate, and I told him, don't take the boat out. Don't mess around with the boat. It dies on you, and you get stranded out there because it doesn't stay running, And so we're out and got back from New Orleans anyhow. He goes, man, I really fucked up. I said, what? He said, I know you told me to leave the boat alone, don't touch it. But me and Polly, we were drinking, and we decided to take the boat out, and I found your keys, and we got out in the canal, and it died on us. And we were trying to paddle it because it has, you got a couple of oars in case, the thing dies, you can row it in if you have to. And it was a 21-foot Chris Craft with a Cobra or a Boss 305 in it. Or maybe it was a it was a Boss 305. And so they got out there, it died on them, and they were trying to paddle back. His girlfriend dropped the oar in the water, and she went to jump in the water to go in, and slipped and then she went into the water, and her arm, right under here, her arm caught on one of the cleats on the side of the boat. The cleat hooked her skin under her arm, and it just ripped a big old. She had 100 and it was like 140 stitches because a big old U-shaped tear. It about tore her arm off, and so they had the ambulance had to take her to the hospital and all that stuff, and it's my boat, I'm somewhat responsible, but I told them, I said, if you do anything, you try to sue me over what happened on the boat, then I'm gonna report that you stole the boat, that you had no permission to take it, and it was the equivalent of stealing it. And so he said, you better not sue me, or you're going to jail for stealing my boat. So I didn't get sued. But she was fine, and she agreed it was her fault. She was a nice woman. Fire coral, yeah, I might have done that. I had a friend, his name was Bill Burns in Florida, Byrnes, and he was in the computer. He had a computer tech service company, and he had a job for me that I had to fly around American Arbitration Association to their different offices and set up their networks, like in Richmond, Virginia, in Nashville, Tennessee, in Orlando and Miami, and these different locations. So I was flying around setting up their networks, but he was like 1 week younger than me, and it was 2001, December of 2001. He was going to come see me for Christmas after he visited his parents and whatever. He's right after Christmas. He said, I'm going to come out there and visit. And I said, okay. So I tried calling him a few days later to see if he made reservations, and the phone was a fast busy. He wasn't answering the page, wasn't answering the answering machine was full, and tried calling his fax machine. It was a fast busy, meaning it was off the hook, and so I was in Colorado, and I called a friend down there in Orlando, and I said, go check on Bill. And he went over and looked through the window, seeing him on the floor by his fax machine with the phone off the hook, and in his underwear, laying there on the floor dead. But yeah, that's see, this year will be 20 years. That'd be 20 years ago this year, about December 9th. But yeah, he was a good friend of mine. I made a memorial web page for him, but that's not up anymore. But he knew my parrot Togo. I got pictures of him with Togo. Top 10, top and bottom 10. Who got the votes? Alamo Rose, your top's on my list, okay? Yeah, I went over a few of them. I think I did the top 3 or 4. Toby's the bottom, number 1, very bottom. Put K-Pro and Mike, they're number 2 bottom, next to the bottom. Amy Seek, she's down there in the bottom, just for being ignorant and accusing me of being rude on her. I didn't do anything on her. It was like she brought the hate from K-Pro and Toby over to her show and extended that to her. And I thought she was my friend until she had a YouTube channel and befriended me, you know. And I sent her an email, nice email explaining about my solution, and she returned the message with a lecture that was just, you know, lecturing me on how rotten a person I am, and so-and-so's, or anonymous says this about you and this and this, and it's like none of it's true. I only throw rocks at people that throw rocks at me first. They had to throw the rocks at me first for me to throw the rocks at them. I give everybody a fair chance. Yeah, Davio's up there. One of my and Troy Barlow. And apparently Forrest told Troy to stop emailing him. Forrest never told me to stop emailing him. He only on May 27th. What do you want from me? What do you want from me? And those were, he was quoting Moses. When I quoted Benjamin Franklin, he's, are you threatening me? It was all fake acting. I've never threatened Forrest, you know, and anybody else like those, the K-Pros and the Tobys, if they asked him about me, he'd fill them with you know, he didn't. He'd lie to him, but he said he if he was still in business, he'd like to handle my art. And when I had the Buffalo Cowboy car on eBay, he was telling me, I'll never confirm it. He said, I will remain silent. And then when the treasure is found, he says, I promised the finder that I would remain silent. So that's what he told me. He was going to stay silent. And he called the Buffalo Cowboy car a great treasure. He told me, you can keep that great treasure. You know, and then it's one of the last things in here, because I brought the Buffalo Cowboy car to Fenn in 2017. Before Once Upon a While came out. It came out in 2017. The end of 2017. And I had the Buffalo Cowboy car in 2016. I had it. And I brought it with me to Fenn in 2017. And it's got the bullet hole in it. It's the bullet. It's a damaged blaze because it was shot. and then one of the last stories in Once Upon a While, the next to the last one, is the bullet. The bullet comes home. The bullet comes home. I brought the cowl, the Model A cowl with the bullet hole in it, to Santa Fe. The cowl is also called a chest. That's oh, The glove box, you know, it has the glove box, the gas tank, it's the dashboard. It's kind of and all the, you know, it is kind of the treasure chest of the car. Here's where all the instruments are. Yeah. Oh. Meat Man. Hey, Meat Man. I had a pizza. I have a minus the beef and add the salami. and nice thing when I go to the drive-up window at Domino's and I got Jack in the car, they always give him some pepperoni slices and chunks of ham and stuff. And he'd eat the whole handful all at once, but I give him like one slice at a time. Yeah, I was nauseous after watching Cape Road today. Just I was like, God, when she's gonna stop? I laugh at it by casting. Oh, let's see how that relationship is in 5 years, 10 years down the road. No way, can't go that long. I had to turn the volume down on my speaker when she's on because it's just piercing. Just you know. It'll break the crystal ware. Vibrate a wine glass to death. Hey, Lucky Digger. JK Shanks Pie. Yep. She thinks a lot of her. Yeah, too much of herself. But at least she's moving on to doing the Las Vegas thing. Hopefully that gets so big that she doesn't have time to talk about Forrest Fenn anymore. I'm gonna get tired of talking about Forrest Fenn. Heck, when I get down to Florida and start beach hunting for gold coins and silver coins and whatever on the beaches, I think you can go just so far out into the water, like 50 feet or something is about all that you can metal detect. You can't go. If you go further out and you find it, then there's state laws that you can't keep it or something. You can keep it if you find it on the beach or something, but if it's a hoard, you can't keep. You know, there are weird rules. But you find it and you don't tell anybody. Yeah, that's what Forrest was saying. You don't have to tell them the details. No, I didn't find them all in the same place. And you can say you found it miles from where it was. It was lucky. The whole comic book, I don't know about there. Yeah. There's a lot of Vegas channels. One thing you want to search before you come up with your channel name, you want to go search and make sure there's nobody else with that channel name. I need some eye drops. My eyes are dry. Turn this light on too. There. Get some light on that side. Put my dash cam in my car today. Oh, I got a new one. It covers the it's like 10 inches. It's the size of it looks like a rear view mirror. And it straps over the top of your rear view mirror. And it still has a mirror on it. So if you have it off, you just, it's still a mirror so you can see out the back, but it's got the picture right there in your rearview mirror, and so I can see out my back window perfectly clear, you know, and wide angle, and you can back up with confidence that there's not, you can see everything behind your car. I might take it and mount it under the license plate thing, because I've got it right over the top of my back brake light. And when that brake light comes on at night driving, I noticed when I went to get my pizza, the whole picture turns red because the brake light glaring in the back window. Yeah. From the Oak Island show. Those down Florida. Oh. Yeah, Florida ain't too bad. You got to have air conditioning to live in Florida in the summer. and a lot of people, if you ever go Disney, don't go in the summer. You go in the winter. It's nice there in the winter. In the summer, you go, it rains every afternoon. Rains, you're going to get wet. And it's going to rain at the most inappropriate time. Smuggling birds? Yeah, I'm the parrot trafficker. No, I'm not. Now Togo's gone. I probably won't get another bird. One thing, if you have a pet parrot, you want to take a vacation in a foreign country, it's a big pain in the ass, import and export. It's like $500 each way to take your parrot. $500 go to Canada, $500 coming back. Because you have to pay for them to be checked by the Fish and Game of Canada. It's called Environment Canada, and the Fish and Game of the U.S. They have to go through, see the vet, and get okayed. And you're paying all this money for the vet to look at it, and the vet doesn't get within 20 feet of the bird. It's like, what the hell? He didn't even examine the bird. Yep. Okay. If it's rubber stamped, you shouldn't need it at all. You know? And if you just have one pet, there shouldn't be a problem. You know, I wasn't smuggling birds. He's my pet. And I took him to Canada, and I was coming back when they pulled that shit. And it wasn't the U.S. told me to go back. I couldn't bring him in without the permit, and sent me back again. And then Canada started this shit on it, you know? So I could blame the U.S. for sending me back, and I should have said, no, I refuse to. Call the FBI if you have to, you know? And let's get a jury trial going. Here's a car. Who has a car? Yeah, yeah, I got a Chevy Sonic I take to get pizza. Peach, Malacan, cockatoo. Yeah, cockatoos are awesome too. But they're all messy. And Franny came up with an idea, you know, a theme for t-shirts is a messy bird. Or he had Messy Man. Oh, messy bird. Yeah, because birds are messy. So are dogs. Oh, in and out. Every time Jack comes in, every time he comes in, it brings more dirt. And he's got fur all over my car. I want to get a raven. Yeah, crows would be pretty neat. Yeah, the easiest way, if you could train the parrot to come to you when you call it, you know, you could be standing, you could be, you leave the parrot with somebody in the US, you cross over Niagara Falls the other side and have them stand on the river across the way and let the bird fly in on his own. No, I didn't bring him in here. He flew here himself. I didn't smuggle him. He flew across just like geese. Fellow Forrest Fenn friends. Oh, FFF. Yeah. Parrot's high maintenance, and you got to watch your diet. Learn that it was you can't. They love nuts and stuff, but they're too oily, and so they got to have some, sprouts and things that aren't so high cholesterol or something. I guess it affects their heart, and because they don't get out and fly to exercise so much. Just between David L. Low T. I know who David L is, I think. Yeah, I still think Jack Stoof is a distractor. He's to distract people from the real solution. Yeah, these are the instructions for the new dash cam. And it does the full screen. Mounts on the mirror. And the other thing, when you get dash cam, and you got the one that sticks to the windshield, remember when you're parked, the sun is beating on that camera and heating up them electronics. That's what went wrong with my old one, because when you're parked, that thing's just cooking all day long. But when you got one of the ones that straps onto the mirror, the mirror is it's back inside. It's not directly out in the sun. The electronics last a little longer. Bloop Bop. He has no soul. Says he has no soul. He's qualified to be lead surgeon. I think Bloop Blop, that must be Jack. Because Jack doesn't have a soul either. Yeah. Jack stooped it. He said he had to pay his bills. I'm the bill he has to pay. He said he was going to pay it forward. And everybody knew here, these are the toes. These are the toe to toe. There's a foot there and a foot there. These are the 2 feet. These are the toes. There's their ankles. The statue fell off the top. I think this was a 100 to 120 foot tall statue. These feet are close to 20 feet long. from the toe to the heel. It's back behind. See, it's back behind this tree. They got other picture shows where it's virtual background. Yeah. See, there's where them feet are, back behind this tree. And then you go back straight, back past these feet, past the tree back here. And there's a 400-foot bluff there, going straight up, rock wall. And it's about half a mile from where the Stout-Hearted Man is. But you can see when I drive, I'm going by and as I see these feet, and this is right alongside the highway. You can see these feet from the highway. That's where the picture was taken from. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a fence between the road and those feet there. But it just, looked like a couple of feet in the ankles. Ankle here and ankle there. Looked like the statue fell off it. I think Forrest put the stick in the box. That's from Little Nicky. Yeah, I don't think Jack got 5 million all of a sudden. Right? I think Jack already had some money, and I think it's something to do with his brother's marketing thing. And look at this guy; he's supposedly writing a book or something. Lives right near Jack, but oh no, we talked on the phone forever. But I've never met him. It's like, and he supposedly lives in the next neighborhood, or something real close to him. And it's like, this is all too fishy. Anyway, my book and my solution, once it's in writing and stuff, it'll be clear that I had the solution and Jack didn't have jack shit. Those flip-flops. Yeah, I'm the stick man. When I found the Buffalo Cowboy car, I had that camera on my stick. There's that stick. And everywhere I went, I had that stick. That stick, and that's what it is. God told Moses, grab it by the tail. And when he did, it turned into his rod. I don't find any. Oh, there's lots of X-rated rocks. Yes, there are. Faces and laps and yes. If you see, I can show you. Go to my gift. Let's share this. See, is it gonna screen? Start now. Giphy. Oh, I'm gonna have to rotate to get this. My channel. This is funny. don't get to see him big? Okay. That's the lid of the treasure chest. No, I want mine. There we go. This one's cool. Get in there. Come back to some of these. Trying to find the one X-rated. It's not really XSR. Did somebody get rid of it? No, they didn't delete my. There it is. There we go. That's the. She's laying over the side of the cliff there. He's there looking at it. Yeah. And actually, this isn't the blade, but you can see Moses from where I took the picture of this. You can see Moses from the same spot. And this one is Thoth. See, he's up there on top of the bird, riding the bird, and the bird's got a pair of legs. It's Thoth, the ibis. Oh, would I have that? Was that one doing something? Oh, it's got the eyes lighting up in there. This one's cool. This is just an art thing to it, but you can see it looks like some guy in a skirt with his staff there. These are cool. There's some art. This one is a cool one. Now look how perfectly it all matches. That just came out so much like that. The old double blazes. It does. There was a log. When somebody Forrest Fenn knows wanted me to take this, cut it, or retrieve it and sell it to him. I tell him it's a whole. That's a tree that's fallen down. It's way too big for me to haul out of there, because the only way out of there is up that hill and over some loose scree and stuff. And this tree's got to be 1,000 pounds. Even to cut it off wouldn't be easy. Everything in that matched the shapes of the rock. It just, that's why I wouldn't mind talking to the artist guy, see what he thinks of this type of stuff, where his drawings match the landscape. Here's another art thing. There's an elephant in there. Easy. It's not that hard to see it when you know, once you show somebody what you're looking for in it and where. This is Mesa Verde. It made this. Love that guy. Here's the wood. Where I found the Buffalo Cowboy car in the D, brave and in the wood. You had to be brave to lasso that buffalo. There's the elephants. Yeah, watch it. Stomping on the ants while the elephants run by. Yeah. This is a neat one. This is right by the waterfall too. It's in that crack down that's split between the rocks. There's a waterfall in there. I made this one. This one I told him, 3 may keep it a secret if 2 of them are dead. And he's, are you threatening me? That background was Photoshop, of course. Now, in there are shapes in there's an elephant in the base under the sheep, and there are people and stuff. There are other shapes that make up the sheep. There are people in there and stuff hidden in it. There's Jack. Crack a smile. Pics of the colorful cliffs at Rock Springs, Wyoming. First time I went to Rock Springs, I think it was like 1972. Look at this. Yeah, you see here, I cut him out. You still see him. That's Ramses, one of my ancestors back about 100 generations. Flipping the coin in the well. And you see, the shapes, the whole hill is a sculpted thing. Um, Here's Wilma and her mammoth. Here's the genie coming out of Mount Blanca. This is to show you. See, he's in the shadow all through summer. He's in the shadow, but at winter solstice he comes out like that, and there's Moses standing there. December 21st. Halfway up that 1,000-foot bluff, his plane exploded into a fireball he knew would attract unwanted attention. And that's right where Moses is. Good night, Lucky. He might be the last classically trained circus man. Who's that? Who's the circus man? Oh, man. Born in Moscow in circus. And destroyed his knees walking on stilts for years. Oh, wow. I bet so. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that would have an adverse effect after a while. I guess stilts would probably be, if you had exoskeleton stilts, it might save your knees. Okay. Yeah, I made one with the two guys, the first SpaceX manned flight. Here's the chest. It's sitting on that guy's chest. Here's the stick represents power. Boom. Boom. Hmm. The stick. There's my stick everywhere in all of these. I didn't realize the stick was part of the solution until after I went through all this searching with the stick. It's a one of them supernatural things. Oh, this is it's Tom Hardy. It's it's Jack Dempsey's house, where his birthplace, and there's that Liberty Bell in front of his house because Cowboy hit him in the head, rang his bell. His bell didn't ring in Toledo, and this is more than 300 miles southwest of Toledo, because there's a famous Jack Dempsey fight in Toledo, and there's Jack Dempsey. Oh, and so the cowboy has to ring Jack's bell. I gotta go punch Jack out, right? Like the cowboy punched Forrest. I ain't gotta go punching you, Jack. Don't worry about it. So, Ted. They made this. This one's cool. His surfer keeps popping up on the left. There's the hand of God. Now the crescent moon can mean the new moon. So whenever there's a new moon, might have something to do with that. Why does that one only show it real small? But you see, he's ringing his bell. There's some neat stuff. So you're looking for what's hidden in plain sight. And Moses would be right in between the two heads, that front chin of the guy on the left in that dark spot. That's the crack where Moses is in that head with the dark hair hanging down the back. Right under his nose is where Moses is. And I've been on top of these. I've been all up through them trees. I've walked up through them trees up to the top and out on top of these rocks. It's about 1,000 feet up from the road. 9,200 feet. These are these cops in St. Paul that have a live stream. He hit his head hard. And here's my DB Cooper one. The money flying out, and he's spinning down to the ground, and the 727 leaving the scene. There's Alfred. Only one cure for treason. It was invented by a Frenchman. It's called the guillotine. He's exercising. Yeah, did you look at the recessed images in the doodles in the Thrill of the Chase? I don't know, but did you let's see here. Speaking of doodles, they should be not too far down here. Here we go. There he is. Ta-da! Stick Man. It's the same as Forrest Fenn's stick, man. But it's carved in rock. Good night. Oh, we already said a good night to Lucky. Just not many people chatting. Oh. Yep, that's the stick man. There's the map. And here's, see, the Rio Grande River. It's that hook to the left. That makes an F on a backward F. San Juan Mountains. And the dots are the Spanish trails, old Spanish trails. So there was one came down, ooh, one coming down each side of the Rio Grande there. There's one down the east side of the valley. Huh. And find some of the old spots along the trail, because anywhere they might have stopped and rested is something place they could have dropped some pieces of aid or something, you know. But there, that's the map. You see, there's the map on the back of the rock. What's it say up here? Las Vegas. And this is the key to the map, the places, 714. Now, why are they back one and the higher numbers on the left there? That's weird. Maybe they weren't going to have so many to start with. See, there's horses down here. Dun. There's a buffalo or an oxen pulling the cart. There's the cart again and the wheel on that rock. Spanish Trail, San Luis Valley. Old Spanish Trail. What was that? Oh yeah, this is somebody's YouTube channel. St. Patrick's Day. Wow. I send that to a friend. You see that on there? You gotta be careful scrolling through. It might have, you know, those are rutabagas. Man, make me blush there. Yeah, it came up on YouTube. I'm like, what the heck? You need to put some clothes on. The stick or the stick, it must be a riddle. The stick, like stick key or rusty key. Yeah. Stick in the box. Jack in the box. This guy's name is Jack because my dog is Jack. Forrest had the picture of Willie out in the snow, and he put that up at like a week or two after I got locked. I went outside my RV to start my generator, and when I closed the door locked itself, and it was like 10 degrees. with wind, and I was going to freeze to death if I didn't get back in, and I had to break my window. So I was stuck out in the cold, and Forrest puts a picture of his dog Willie out in the cold. And Jack's the supposed Bill person that wrote Jack, which I think Jack wrote the letter from Bill, and wrote both, emails from Bill to Jack. He wrote those to give me, because he said that's where he said that when he was at Forrest Fenn's house, his family, Forrest would refer to him as Bill in front of his family, because Forrest already told his family that Bill was the winner. And who's this Jack? Well, he's Bill. He's Bill's substitute. He's standing in. He's taking all, like he said, there'd be no legal issues, and then they brought up, well, Jack's not saying because it was in Yellow. If it was in Yellowstone, they'd come after him for it. Well, there you go. It's not there'd be no legal issues, so it wasn't in Yellowstone. Or there'd be legal issues. And Colorado National Forest has different rules than oh. It wasn't Forrest. Yeah, and the picture where Forrest is there with and he had Dale Photoshop a bear in the lake behind him. The bear is a substitute for the alligator, because the hat Mildew is Jerry Reed's hat. It belonged to Jerry Reed or something, I think. I wonder if there's anything on the internet on that. Oh yeah, I don't have to hear anybody talking to me because I'm reading anybody talking to me. There's nobody joined in on the chat, on the stream. So I can go to share screen. And now I'll go to YouTube and gotta mute. Why won't it give me a mute button? Oh, dang thing. Turn the volume all the way down. Boom. Now you see, I'm not going to play the audio, but he's singing. He's singing Amos Moses, but he's wearing Mildew. That's Mildew, the hat Mildew, where it came from, and it relates to the alligator that bit the hand off of Moses. Yeah, that one behind me, the toenails. Those are some good toes, huh? That's the toe-to-toe thing. Moses had his stick. His stick was important. But they're Jerry Reed singing Amos Moses. And he's wearing Mildew. And Jerry Reed sang a couple of his songs were written by Elvis the alligator, and he's singing about Amos Moses who lost his arm and he had to catch alligators with one hand. So, yeah, if I had the audio, it'd give me a copyright strike. Okay. Okay, back out of here. Let me close that. Oh, we got X. There, yeah. There's some old toes. How many feet? And okay, the size of a pond to an ant. Well, you're an ant compared to them feet. You'd be 120 feet tall if those were your feet. Moses had a stick that turned into a snake. The stick is the rod. It could be a shank too, huh? A shanktopotamus, yes. Oh, you should see my my batteries I ordered. They're lithium I ordered some lithium batteries so my home power solar will last through the night. And they come from China. Well, China shipped them to Compton, California. From Compton, California, they went to Ohio, and then they went to Rochester, New York, and they went out for delivery in Rochester, New York. They were returned to the post office because it was the wrong address, and then now they're last heard of in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And I'm wondering how many states my batteries are going to go through before they get here. Yeah, the chapter about Moses is right after the chapter on things I covet. And the other thing, the bracelet, he said, was worth $350. If you read page 105 of Once Upon a While, it'll tell you that he paid $350 for Moses. So that's what he had planned, that you could trade for the bracelet that was equal value. And I'm sure the bracelet's worth more than $350, and Moses is probably I've seen some half of his size at Leo Salazar carved that are $1,200. So that Moses and being tied to Forrest Fenn probably worth a couple thousand, 2,500 at least. But I should at least have Moses. If they ain't gonna give me the treasure chest, at least give me Moses. You know, because it all stinks. It's I don't understand what's going on with it. You know, because I thought the loss, you know, is Barbara such a threat to everybody, anybody else that she's like, oh, I come before all other searchers, and you don't, Barbara. You got to let it go to who Forrest said it goes to. And Jack don't have a solution. and that did get wild and crazy on Greg's, you know, but it's, you know, the court did say that she violated rules of the Supreme Court, and so her appeal goes nowhere because she violated the rules. Did things she wasn't supposed to do, did it the way she wasn't supposed to. Not, nope, you can't do it that way. Moses put a stick to a rock and drew water from the rock. Or some people say he smite the rock with his rod. And they're saying like he hit it with his penis and the water came out of the rock. That's funny. Yeah, this is oh, that's Halloween would be trick or treat, smell my feet. Give me something good to eat. Look at this box shaped thing right here next to the toes. Look down at your feet, and there it is. I walked around them feet the other side, and I didn't see it nowhere. There's there's like a gas station across the street from these feet. It's amazing that those are obviously feet, and nobody's noticed that it's the remnants of an ancient colossus. Yeah. I got lots of things that are so tied to the poem. What was in the ark? The Ark of the Covenant? It was the 10 Commandments were in the ark. That's where Leo Salazar said, that's where Moses received the 10 Commandments. That's was he carved a perfect likeness of Moses into a piece of pinion pine. Moses had pinion nuts. Yes. But yeah, those 10 commandments, that's where Moses received the 10 commandments. Those 10 commandments ended up in the Ark of the Covenant. And Indiana Jones found that stuff. Okay, well, I actually found Moses. Where'd the rest of the body go? Well, it's fallen over. I believe it's fallen over, and it's scattered there on this hillside or something. Maybe some got rolled away and carved into other stuff. I don't know. Because I'm thinking this stuff is at least 12,000 years old and could be 25,000 years old. That stuff about the land bridge, 15,000 years, is bullshit. Because I know an anthropologist who dated mammoth. They were digging at the San Diego Museum, nature, San Diego's Nature Museum or whatever. They were building an extension to it, and they found mammoth bones and human tools 250,000 years old in San Diego. So people had been here a lot longer than 15,000 years, a whole lot longer. But most academics haven't, except it to get it to the press and to where the layman gets news of that takes forever. People are very slow at learning. There was a stick in the ark. Hey, because I can. What's up? I turn my volume up in case somebody pings in. What's up? I had to turn down to play a little bit of Jerry Reed video without the sounds, because the sounds what they get you on the copyright for. They get you for playing their music. Jack must be out. Where are you, Jack? Thought he was in here. I was sleeping up there in front of the driver's seat on the dash. No, in San Diego, not La Brea, Alamo. Um, I remember going to La Brea tar pits in like 1966, you know, way back. 60s were different in LA. LA wasn't too bad a place in the 60s. You go there now, you don't want to park your car at a lot of places. I went there in 89 and I didn't want to park my car anywhere in Hollywood. It was like, no, I don't want to park my car here. Somebody would break into it. There were people hanging. You pull up to the gas pump to get gas, and there's some guy trying to sell you fake gold rings and stuff, you know. Oh, slaving to the grind. Yeah, I love your voice, Alamo Rose. Beautiful voice. Just gotta let it go. Um, saving to slaving to the grind. Yeah, you're working, eh? Uh, yeah, last time I worked for myself. I was fixing TVs and computers, printers, stuff. I was on like a technician on call thing, and jobs would come up, and the first technician to grab it got it. But I usually made more money with the travel. Or Egyptians working. Um, the stuff here, people get it all confused. The story was the Atlanteans, after Atlantis was destroyed, they went and built Egypt. And so the thing that there's Egyptian stuff here doesn't mean it came from Egypt. The truth is the stuff in Egypt came from Atlantis. That's Atlantean stuff in Egypt, and it's Atlantean stuff that's here. Comprehension there. Which came first? Atlantis came first. Atlantis was destroyed. They built Egypt. So if you see Egyptian figures here, it's pre-Egyptian, not pre-Columbian, pre-Egyptian America, which is Atlantis. That's just so hard because people have it so beat in their head that there's Egyptian stuff in the Grand Canyon. No, that's backward. There's Atlantean stuff in Egypt. they give me so much, and I you know, I didn't say anything bad about those people until they blocked me. It was totally undeserving, and they earned their double blazes, you know. And I gave them good tips. Put clothes on your kids. Don't have them running around in the background. They're, you know, you'll get in trouble for that, for one, you know. And it was good advice. They took the advice, didn't they? But Bill's an asshole for bringing it up. Yeah. Yeah. And you know what, Forrest? I told Forrest, I said, these people don't like me. You know what Forrest told me? He said, fuck them. The hell with them. It doesn't matter what they think. Oh, I think he sent Cynthia up to Yellowstone to keep her from knocking on his door every other day. That was the distraction. Atlantean love cats, not Egyptian. Yeah. Yeah. Well, you know, when you go out here in the woods, there's not, if you're with a group of people, the mountains lions are going to leave you alone. They like small things that are alone, not groups of people. If you got 2 or 3 dogs, they're going to leave you alone. You know, if your dogs, if you're out with 2 or 3 dogs, they see a mountain lion, they chase that thing up a tree, and it stays up that tree. They don't want to deal with you. They don't want to deal with your dog. The mountain lions, they eat rabbits and marmots, and squirrels and birds, you know. They're not really after, you know, humans a little big for them to tackle. They like small dogs. So do eagles. Yeah. Yeah. You know, Toby gave me so much, and even when I was on his thing, I called in, and we talked for 20 minutes. There was nothing rude said or anything. I said, "Forgive me, Padre, for I have what was it? I have committed double blazes, whatever." You know, I was trying to be funny. What, you know? But there's no forgiveness. And he had said, "Send us, we'll forgive you," and no forgiveness. And so, okay, if there's none, then yeah, you know, we can still say things you don't like about you, Toby. What the hell's going with my computer? The screen keeps going black. And there's no reason for it. It's like it's trying to die or something. Look up Kincaid's Cave. Oh yeah, that's the one with the mummy in it, isn't it? I seen something about Kincaid's Cave. Oh yeah, that's in the Grand Canyon. Howell's Cave. Yeah, well, they talk about that, but you never see the pictures of this stuff that's supposedly in the Grand Canyon, and I can show the Atlantean stuff that's here. Go back to screen. Go back in the photo gallery. Rutabagas. Where was that? And when he's no place, why must I go? The Utes must go. The Utes were chased out of Colorado. And this was a slogan back in the 1870s to chase the Utes out of Colorado. The Utes must go. But don't forget to patronize the Pioneer Grocery at Colorado. Of Colorado. And I guess they had them all over the place. Okay. Now, where is Anubis? And so, do I have them on here? Here's the hand. This is a hand holding a bell. The lower rock is the bell, and the other one's the hand. You see the handle of the bell going up into the hand. Ding, 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 for who the bell tolls. That's the bell. This is the asterisk cowboy. Jack scratching the door. Here, this is Thoth riding his ibis. You see? Oh, come on. Back. See, there's the guy on top of the ibis. There's the ibis head. And look, there's the fake treasure. Right down there. It's a rock that looks like the treasure. And there's a fish in there too. See the fish with his mouth open right on the other side of that stick. And that's a man riding on a bird. Now nobody's. This is the only thing like this. No, there's nothing like this in Mexico. There's nothing like this in South America. Only in Colorado. And it's totally amazing. It's a man riding an ibis. That's the prehistoric Thoth. See, Moses, the rock Moses and wooden Moses, they look alike. It was a perfect likeness that Leo carved out of wood. Moses is made braven in the wood. People don't, oh, what's Moses? Moses is made out of wood, you ding-dongs. Forrest died right in front of Moses. Yo, good night, Alamo. I just went to the Alamo 2016. Cats eat big game, also known as the most dominant predator on the plains. Yeah. Yeah, there aren't so many marmots out there, though. I was watching the show earlier, and they want Jack to give out the solution. But in Moby Dick and Forrest said, the thrill of the chase is doing it yourself. Yeah. And alone. Moby Dick's timestamp. I almost fell off the Grand Canyon when I was told if it wasn't for a bush close by, I would have been toast. Wow. Yeah, you got to be freaky when you about go off the mountain. Where is it? And there's this stuff. Look at that. That's a deer. And this is from Google Earth. It's like the Nazca of Colorado. There's a deer there. And you look in his ear, see, he's upside down But I got another picture that's in the ear. This face is a man smiling there. But these ancient people, they did the landscape, and they put the rocks in a certain, so no plants would grow there ever. Those are like permanent trails in the landscape because the trees can't get enough roots. And so it's always going to have a face there. And there's the Grim Reaper. And there's a girl walking. And you see the deer antlers behind her leg and the upside down Grim Reaper right behind her back. There's the aliens. This is a quarter I got. Ooh, it's like new. It's pristine. Silver quarter, 90%. Here's a Catcher in the Rye. This is about 5 blocks from here. Where I'm at right now. There's a Buffalo Cowboy car that I found. That's where I found it. It's not there now. And it was put there. The rest of the car is half a mile away. Peggy named my wonderful car the Bullet because she said it was shot. Now, a broken blaze, a damaged blaze would be shot, right? If it was shot, it might be damaged. That's my grandson, a Christmas present I gave him. He likes that. Forrest riding the ibis. Here we go. Here's some of the pictures I want to get to. This one I call the Clovis Queen. She's neat. There's the 2 people with the mammoth. These are Indian figures dancing across the rock here. When we walk away with a big smile, there's the big smile. And Moses is just up to the left of him. This stuff in this rock's pretty amazing. Oh, this is my congresswoman That's Lauren Boebert. And the big guy in the green is my kid, Chris. He's security. This Kano's Castle, it's in Antonito. This guy just kept adding on to his house. Yeah, bizarre house. And this is why Moses always wore clean underwear. That brown knot right there. um, Here's where but I did follow the dot with all the D's, and I made the outline of the rock area, and they cross. It crosses. It makes an X right in where it's paddle, where the two D's and the word paddle, and you see I got the creek. There's no paddle. There'll be no paddle up your creek, and I got the creek drawn in there. You know. But this is my canyon where I found where I found Moses. Here's Miss Ford waking Forrest up, sleeping at his desk. There he is, sleeping on his desk. And there she is, standing there with her book in her arm. Forrest, are you sleeping? Here's Anubis. You see, the one on the right, I cut him out. One on the left is the raw picture. But that's where Anubis is. And there are people running to him. It's very spectacular. Once you see it, it's hard to see, but it's there. You see, there's people running to him. Anubis. And there's a vortex in his scepter, and people going up. There's little black dots across the center, and then they go up that ramp into the vortex and off to heaven. And that's inside his scepter. Oh. I think I already read it. So, well, I have no idea how many are watching. Hey, Rob. Let me call her out, cats, and leave you alone, pretty much. You don't hear of them eating people, though. Very rarely. Scaring people, maybe. The thing is, don't be scared. If you're scared of them, they might eat you. If you're not afraid of them and challenge them, they'll run away. Like that one guy, he just threw a rock at that mountain lion. It scattered. He said, "Oh, nope, screw this. I ain't messing with him." Okay. Well, I'm going to sign off. I know I didn't get 10. Maybe I'll make a list of 10. Oh. It's hard to beat my Moses solution. It's too solid. And Moses is only the target of it. The rest of the poem also tells you how to get from Pagosa Springs to where Moses is. And he hinted at it. And the Utes, or the Utes must go. They were, and that was, they moved him, the fort, from Pagosa Springs to Gunnison because Pagosa Springs was too far to walk for the Utes. Oh. Okay. I'm gonna sign off because I'm yawning tired. Good night.